All right, we'll be talking about multiplication of decimal. Okay, without wasting our time, if we have something like this, for instance, that 2.31, okay, times let's say 1.3. Okay, so if you have something like this, these are decimals multiplying 2.31 times 1 point what 3. Now, in multiplication of decimal, we don't arrange the decimal point, okay? You just multiply, okay, and then see what we are going to do. But you write them like this, you place them like this. Solution, solution. You're going to say 2.31, okay? Then times what? Just write the number, okay? Just write the number, maybe uh under the numbers. This is 1, okay, point what 3. You can write it like this, anyhow you want to write it, okay, depending on how you are going to arrange your work. So you write 2.31 times what 1.3. You know how to multiply. You use this one, the down one, okay, to multiply the up one. So you use 3 to multiply 1, 3 and what 2. Then later use this one to multiply 1, 3 and what 2. Alright, so let's start. 3 multiplied by 1. 3 multiplied by 1 is what? 3. It's not true? So you write down 3. So but under this one, are you seeing it? Then 3 multiplied by 3 is what? 9. So you write down 9 in this order. Alright, then again 3 times 2 is what? 6. You write it under. Alright, don't bother about the point, the decimal point first. Alright, the next thing we use 1 to multiply. So 1 times 1 is what? 1. So we are going to write it under here. This is the order. So 1 times 1 is 1. You write it under. Then 1 times 3 is what? 3. You write it, you come to the next value, under the next value, you write 3. And then 1 times 2 is what? 2. You shift a bit and you write. Okay, so it should be in this order. Alright. And then the next thing you do is to add all of this which you have gotten. Add the numbers. So here 3 plus nothing here will be 3. 9 plus 1 is 10. So you write down 0 and carry 1 or raise 1. So yeah, 6 plus 3 is 9 plus that 1 is 10. So write down 0 and raise 1. It's not true? Now that one you raise, there's nothing to add to 2. So that one you raise plus 2 is what? 3. Now after you have gotten this number, the next thing you do is to go back to the question again. Okay, you go back to the question again. In the question, we had how many decimal places? Okay, we had decimal places mean after the decimal point. So the first one has 1, 2 decimal places, and the second question or the second value has what? Only 1 decimal place, making it what? 3 decimal places. Okay, I seen it. So the first number has 1, 2 decimal places. Then the second number has only 1 decimal place. It means we have what? 3 decimal places. I seen it. So you come here to the answer which you have written and write the decimal point such that you are going to have 3 decimal places. So if I write the point here, will I have 3 decimal places? No. What about here? No. And what about here? I think yes, because if I put it here, if I put the decimal point here, okay, if I put the decimal point here, okay, I will have 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? So is it simple? So again, if you have 3 3 2.1, okay, 0.12 times say 1 point, okay, 32. Are you seeing it? 3 2 32.12 times 1.32. Okay, so if you have this to multiply, what do you do, or how do you do it? Rearrange it. How do? You write 32.12, okay, and then times what? I told you the 1.32, you can write it the way you like it. If you like, write 1.32. Does not matter anyhow you want to place it. Okay, you can place it like this, okay, or you can also place it like this, 1 point what 1.32, but the number should be under another number. That is the essence. The number should be what? Under another number. Don't regard the point, the decimal point for now. Okay, so if it is like this, you do your normal multiplication. You use 2 to multiply the whole of this. So let's use 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Write it under this 2. Then 2 times 1 is what? 2. Write it under the 2. Again, 2 times 2 is still 4. Write it under this. And 2 times 3 is what? 6. We write it under. Again, we are going to use 3 to multiply all. So 3 times 2 is what? 6. So we are going to come shift around in the bit and write what? 6. 3 times 1 is what? 3. So write down 3. 3 times 2 is what? 6. So write down 6. And 3 times 3 is what? 9. We'll shift around a bit. We'll shift a bit and write what? 9. Alright. Then the last one is 1. We're going to use 1 to multiply all. So 1 times 2 is what? 2. So we'll shift a bit and write what? 2. 1 times 1 is what? 1. We'll write 1. 1 times 2 is what? 2. We'll write 2 here. Okay, and 1 times 3 is what? 3. We'll write 3. And then add them. Okay, alright. When we are adding, okay, this is 4 adding nothing and nothing. This is 0, this is 0, this is 0. So 4 plus 0 is still what? 4. Okay, is 4. Again, 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 0 is what? 8. And then, yeah, 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 2 is what? 9. Yeah, 6 plus 6 is 12. Plus this is 13. Write down 3 and carry 1. So 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 plus that one is 12. Write down 2, raise 1. That one plus this 3 is what? 4. Are you seeing it? So when you have written the answer, then the next thing, you go back to the what? To the question and check how many decimal places altogether. So in the first one, we have, this is the decimal point. We have how many decimal places? 1, 2. In this other one, we have what? 1, 2. So altogether, how many decimal places? 4 decimal places. So we have 2 here, we have 2 here. So 4 decimal places. So when we come to the answer, we will write the decimal point such that it will have what? 4 decimal places. So if I come here is 1 decimal, this is 2 decimal places, this is 3 decimal places, this is what? 4 decimal places. So I'll put my point what? Here. Are you seeing it? So I'll put my point what? Here.